Good morning, y'all. Happy holidays, happy New Year's, happy Christmas, happy Hanukkah, happy winter solstice, happy. I, I know it's kind of dark, um, but I just gotta move when Spirit tells me to move. I know we spent time with our family, and it was the best being around loved ones and just enjoying that vibration of love, peace, family, harmony, and celebration. And it's not always how you think it would go. You have your ones that it may be some tension. I just want to say, communicate, communicate. Communication is the number one key in making any type of relationship work. Business, family, um, friendships. You have to those relationships that thrive the best grew from communication. Having tough situations or problems that come up, and they give you the opportunity to communicate, to reach out and say, hey, listen, I value this friendship, this relationship, this business partnership, this whatever ship, you know, enough to address anything that comes up. And so a lot of the times things happen in relationships where the people choose to stop talking, or they distance themselves instead of saying, hey, I have a problem. I value this friendship, but this is my problem, and not necessarily what we're gonna do about it, but resolution. I want to resolve it because I value this friendship or this relationship, whatever, and I want to keep it going. Especially with family, because as family, we know everything. We know the ins, we know the outs. We're around you. We see you. We've grown up with you. You know what I mean? Like, you've been around. And as family, we don't really communicate like that. We don't give the other person an opportunity to correct whatever wrong that we feel they've done to us. And the word, it tells us, if you have an alt with your brother, you go to your brother and you try to resolve that issue. That's the first thing. Now, if you go to your brother and you try to resolve that issue and they don't listen, or they don't want to deal with it, or they don't change, then at that time you go to someone else and you know, say a clergy, someone from like your pastor, your preacher, wise counsel is what it's called. Somebody that you trust, somebody whose opinion matters, you value, and they're not gonna just blow smoke. They're gonna tell you the real deal, the truth. And you go to this person and you tell them your problem, and together you two supposed to go to that, go and try to work it out. But see, a lot of the times what we do is we have a problem with someone, we never tell them that we have a problem. A lot of the times we just don't deal with it straight on. We go to other people, we make subliminal posts, we do a whole bunch of other, you know, instead of going to that person and saying, hey, listen, this is my issue, and I value this relationship, that I want to resolve it. And what that does is it causes a wedge. It causes a bigger problem than what it needs to be. It distracts us from the goal and what we're supposed to be doing at the time anyway, which is enjoying. Don't get distracted, y'all. Don't let pettiness, ego, pride, stubbornness, or anything keep you from communicating with the people around you, valuing those relationships and pouring into them. Communication shows that, hey, look, I care. I'm transparent. I'm coming to you. You may not like what I got to say, but this is how I feel. Someone that values that relationship as much as you is going to see that. And at that time, y'all can have an honest conversation. Whether the friendship is still intact or not, Sometimes you talk to people and, it doesn't go how you think it was going to go. But give that person an opportunity to defend themselves. Give them the opportunity. Give yourself the opportunity to see what type of person that they are. Because a mature, emotionally intelligent person is a man or woman of reason. They're not afraid to be wrong. And I can admit that. Like, I was talking to my mom over the holidays, and, I was able to see a truth about myself that I don't like correction. I don't like being wrong. And if I'm human, if I'm honest, if I'm transparent, I'm going to be wrong. And even though in my eyes I may not be wrong, but if I'm wrong, I have to learn to be wrong. I'm not always right. And it humbled me. But it also made me realize, as far as communication, sometimes I get mad and I will stop talking. I will distance myself. I will, and it's not like if I'm always wrong or da-da-da-da, but just like, a situation happened. I look at the situation and I'm like, damn, Then in my eyes, how I assess it, or I don't know. I can't explain. This is a new truth for me that I'm learning. But it humbled me to check my communication, check those connections. Am I feeding them? Am I pouring into them? Am I giving to them? Am I letting, am I showing my appreciation by effective communication? Not saying something is saying something. Not opening my mouth and speaking or is saying, I don't give a damn about this relationship. And that I'm okay if this shit falls apart. And sometimes you have to, sometimes you have to check those connections. Is that person pouring back into that relationship? Is it a give and a take, not a take, or a give, give? What kind of relationship is it at this time? Communication, it separates so much. If you have a problem with somebody, man, go to that person, talk to them. Don't talk about them. It ain't gonna solve nothing, At the end of the day, it ain't gonna solve nothing. It's like sweeping something up under the rug. You're gonna talk about it until you ain't mad no more. And then when you ain't mad no more, you're gonna let it lie until you trip over it again, and then you mad about it again. Just a stupid continuous cycle, man. Let's grow. Let's get better. 2024 is coming up and it's a new year. Man. Come on. We got so much stuff coming up ahead for us, man. Listen, we ain't got time. We gotta be in line when that shit come, because listen, you miss it. We gotta be willing to grow. We gotta be willing to let go of some things. We have to be able to face some hard truths. The biggest thing is self-evaluation. It's about improving yourself. When you improve yourself, you improve your environment. But I had to learn, and I'm still learning. I'm still figuring out stuff about me, and I'm going to continue to figure out stuff about me. No one's perfect. And guess what? As long as we're open to correction, we're going to always grow. So y'all have a good day. Come on. Until next time I see y'all again, it's your girl,